I saw hardworking business owners walking out of banks empty-handed.
Small businesses have very little access to capital.
The system was completely backwards.
The traditional banking system has a fundamental flaw. They don't loan money. They don't look at your business. They're not looking at your revenue.
As an entrepreneur myself, I've been there.
They care about profits over people.
I saw the problem we're going to solve, and I just kept pushing forward. Capital, access to capital, is the lifeblood of any business. Taking a ride in the elevator here to the FundKite offices. On average, about between 5 and 5:30 in the morning. Nobody's around to talk to me, so I can focus on really what's important to me. Yeah, that's some of my best time. Welcome to FundKite, my home away from home. 10 years ago in New York City, I was just another serial entrepreneur who understood one fundamental truth. Capital, access to capital, is the lifeblood of any business. But I was watching something broke in the system, and it actually broke my heart every single day. I saw hardworking business owners with solid cash flow, real growth potential, walking out of banks empty-handed. Not because their businesses weren't viable, but because they didn't fit into this rigid, outdated lending model. They had great businesses, they were making money, but they didn't have perfect credit scores or hadn't been in business long enough. And that's when it hit me. The system was completely backwards. Banks were evaluating businesses based on credit history instead of actual performance. They were looking at paperwork instead of real cash flow. And I thought, what if we could create something different? What if repayments could be tied to actual sales, not fixed payments that crush businesses during slow periods? As an entrepreneur myself, I've been there. I've seen ups and downs, but I know what it feels like when you need capital to grow and seize an opportunity, to handle an emergency, and traditional financing just isn't there for you. That frustration, that feeling of being misunderstood by financial system, I've lived it. How you doing today? You busy? I heard we did a very nice, large, almost $1 million funding for a medical health facility, right? 10 different offices they have. How much did we fund them?
$770,000.
$770,000 for them to help them expand their business. And we did that in almost less than 24 hours. We got all the application and all the documents and everything yesterday.
Smooth.
Spoke to the merchant and we just wired them $770,000. That's amazing. That's a good success story. Teamwork. That's all about teamwork. So I envisioned a company that would fund businesses based on their real performance, not just their credit score. A system where payments adjust with your sales. When you do well, you pay more. When times are tough, you pay less. It just makes sense. In 2015, we took that vision and built FundKite from the ground up. We assembled a team of experts, underwriters, who understood real business challenges, and technology specialists who could create something truly innovative. We weren't just building another lending company. We were reimagining how small business funding should work. Coming up with a name for your business is a little tricky. I wanted a name that had to do with funding, so we chose FundKite because we wanted a little kite flying around and throwing money at business owners. The purpose became not only to build a company, but how do we help small businesses, small and medium-sized businesses grow, get access to capital quickly when they need it? You know, as an entrepreneur, I found that it was always very hard to get access to money. And what's even harder is asking people for money. I mean, that's a big deal, having to call someone and say, hey, would you invest in my company? I remember building a business at one time and, you know, we needed a lot of capital. And I used to knock on doors and speak to investors and friends, and boy, was it challenging. Asking for money for an unproven business is almost like begging. And it's very difficult for people to do that. It could almost kill your desire to move forward. All right, we have Justin. Justin, say hi. Justin is the Chief Revenue Officer of the company, so he has to figure out ways how to drive more revenue, how to deal with me on a daily basis. That can't be a lot of fun. He always looks at the best side and the brighter side of how to get things done. He's great. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you. The traditional banking system has a fundamental flaw. They don't loan money. Small businesses have very little access to capital. You can have a restaurant that, is busy 7 nights a week doing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month of revenue, and guess what? The guy might have bad credit from something from a couple years ago, and he does not have access to the traditional banking system. And that's exactly where we come into play here, because we provide small businesses with access to capital to grow their business, to help survive, do all the other things that a regular business needs. And banks, zero help. They don't loan money. You can have great credit, you can have assets, you can have everything, and you're still not going to be eligible for a loan from them. It's not fair. They don't look at your business. They're not looking at your revenue. They're not looking at your Google reviews. They're not looking at what people think of your food if you're a restaurant. They don't look at any of it because they don't care. They care about profits over people.
Banks are designed to take as little risk as possible and make as much money as they can. Most of the businesses we deal with don't have that story yet. You've got an entrepreneur with passion. You've got a business that's working, generating revenue, that wants to do something next, but the system is broken.
So when we come in, we are also people, and we look at your business as a whole, and we look at how funding is going to help grow your business rather than just being a credit score.
I don't believe the banking system is designed to help small businesses grow. That is what really got me. That's when the light bulb went off. How can we help fix the broken system? Now, who am I? I can't change the banking world, and I never will be able to. I don't know if anybody can. We had to look at a business and figure out a completely different approach.
So when Alex shared his vision with me, I knew we were the right fit. His strategy is to make our small business merchants partners rather than customers. And I think when you fundamentally at the bottom level treat your customers as partners, you have a much better relationship, you have a much more honest relationship, and you have a much better chance of having a repeat customer.
All right, final review, go ahead.
We needed the last 2 documents we asked them for. They just sent it to your email.
Other than that, it looks good?
Other than that, it looks good.
And everything else checked out. We spoke to the owners, and it's good. Really fascinating business they do, and it's pretty amazing in the cellular industry. All right, let's go further with it. Thank you, Lori.
We can provide every business owner with the opportunity to succeed and grow. That is what I think the mission of FundKite is. Is it easy? Depends on how you take care of your business and how you take care of yourself. We try to work with everyone. Everybody is always able to apply. There's always those little things that you got to really look at. So if you take care of your business and you're on top of everything, then yes, 100% you're the client for us. Even if you're the client who sometimes makes mistakes and occasionally decides, hey, I missed here, I missed there, can you help me out? We will still try to help you out. I think everybody's is a client for FundKite.
You know, I'm often asked what was really difficult when we started FundKite. I don't think what was difficult then is less difficult today. At the time, it was explaining our product to business owners, explaining our product to investors, and being able to make good decisions on which small businesses we can provide funding to. People thought I was crazy. Like, you're gonna go out and you're gonna give these small businesses money that don't even have a track record or a proven record. But I didn't give up. I saw a vision. I saw the potential. I saw the problem we're gonna solve. And I just kept pushing forward.